I'm recording this podcast today with Vova Manoilo, co-founder of Studentspeak. Institutions invest heavily in recruitment and marketing, but they still face misaligned applicants, early dropouts, and long-term retention issues.
45% of candidates value program more than the institution brand. 42% of people who are dropping off from university are dropping off because of the poor match of the course content with their career goals. And due to the AI changes, a lot of teens are feeling lost. It just becomes one big decision-making mess.
Nowadays, with Generation Z and Alpha being exposed to so much information, if I were a student now choosing a program on an education market, I would be like, how your guidance differs from their guidance and how you think you can potentially collaborate, for example, with counselors.
It's not just the quiz that me and my co-founder made in the garage. The veterans were coming back from the war in Vietnam. They've needed to find civil positions. The data insights that you're able to get about their psychometric profiles is first, sometimes surprising, and second, very inspiring.
What do I get as a student and what do I get as a university if I partner with Studentspeak? As a recruitment manager, I would absolutely love that. I've seen students putting this information in their motivational statement, validating again, showing the admissions committee that they are actually a perfect fit for this program.
We're currently present in 5 countries: Poland, Czech Republic, Netherlands, Spain, and Finland.
What the most skeptical admissions director usually asks about Studentspeak?
For the listeners, we have a special offer, which is 1 month free trial.
Hi, Vova. Nice to meet you. I'm recording this podcast today with Vova Manoilo, co-founder of Studentspeak. Studentspeak is an AI-powered platform designed to help students discover their ideal educational paths and also a career path. I personally discovered Studentspeak via Leiden University, one of the universities that are partners of Studentspeak. And I think Vova will tell us more about Studentspeak and its partners. And thank you very much, Vova, for agreeing to spend your morning today with me.
The pleasure is all mine. Thanks a lot for having me.
When I heard about Studentspeak, I started checking the partner universities and their websites to see how it actually looks. And I really like that it can be integrated with university websites and thus provides personalized program recommendation. And I see that in today's higher education landscape that is rapidly changing, such tools as Studentspeak are not anymore nice to have. They are becoming really a must-have. I think the listeners of our podcasts, and especially marketing specialists and admission specialists in universities, would be really interested to hear what the product is all about, how it works, how it operates, what are your partners on the market, and who can be this interesting for it. From my own experience as an admissions officer and a counselor recently, I have seen firsthand how often students apply to programs that simply do not match them, neither academically, nor psychologically, or motivationally. That's not only a student's problem. It's also a structural challenge for universities. Institutions invest heavily in recruitment and marketing, yet they still face misaligned applicants, early dropouts, and long-term retention issues. And your product is presented as something that can help to resolve these issues. So really interested to hear more about it, but let's start from a bigger picture. Just tell us how you decided to found Studentspeak and at which moment you realized that this is what is needed in the modern higher educational market.
Totally. We've been working with my co-founder. We've been friends since 15 years. And we've been working together for quite some time. We've been participating in hackathons, trying to solve some big problems in different markets. But education caught us up because we felt the problem that we encountered ourselves. It was really tough to get to the job market. And so we were evaluating different options of career development. I realized that there could be a lot of bullets dodged if we would start thinking about that early enough. And then when we started digging deeper, we realized that first, the program and the content itself, they become even more important for students nowadays. According to a Keystone Education Group study from the last year, 45% of candidates value program more than the institution brand. It is one of the most important parameters for the education choice. And not every university can afford to give the guidance that candidate is expecting. And consequences of that misguidance, as you've said, are huge. 42% of people who are dropping off from university are dropping off because of the poor match of the course content with their career goals. And even those who are completing, 39% work not within the field of their studies. So it feels like the problem is really complex. And we realize that the current services are very limited in the form of they're really premium. You being an admission counselor know how much it may cost for the candidates if they want to have the full support and guidance. And not everyone, not from every country, can afford to get such experience.
Indeed, I see. I've been working with international students in the recent year, especially, and I see them choosing a program based on the ratings, based on students' budget. And as an admission specialist, I see applications with really great resumes and motivational statement. And yeah, this student doesn't really fit the program. Then I see all these retention issues, all these dropouts. Why do you think it's happening? What is the structural problem in how students choose programs? And how can Studentspeak solve this problem?
I would say there are two trends on the market that define this issue and make it worse for the students that are coming to universities nowadays. First one is the generation switch. So we're past Generation Z. We can forget about telling everyone that, these people are different, etc., because they're around us. I mean, I'm Generation Z, theoretically. And it's already Generation Alpha that we need to think about. Due to the context that they've been living in, they have a different perception of risk and different perception of what they would like to do with their life choices. Second element, which only increases the crucialness of this decision, is the technological shift that we're experiencing. On the job market, due to AI introduction, the entry-level jobs became almost obsolete. So a lot of students that are thinking about their career nowadays are not sure if university will bring the promised return on investment. And due to the AI changes, a lot of teens are feeling lost. They can't be sure that once they will finish the education, this career will be there. And yeah, keep in mind that they also have parents, they have teachers, they have so many stakeholders around whose opinions they need to take into account, that nowadays, due to connectivity, it just becomes one big decision-making mess.
Indeed. I've seen an interesting paper of yours, I think, about Generation Z. That's also worth reading. Yeah, I find it can be really a generation issue nowadays with Generation Z and Alpha being really exposed to so much information, so much choice. That leads to unclarity, that leads to total misunderstanding of future career paths, and also with the development of AI. If I were a student now choosing a program on an education market, I would be like, where do I start? What do I do? But I worked as a counselor as well. And there are a lot of counselors, there are agencies that help students. There are also career and education advisors within international schools. How your guidance differs from their guidance, and how you think you can potentially collaborate, for example, with counselors?
I think what we've made a lot of things wrong during this Studentspeak journey, but the things that we've made right, yeah, the thing that we actually guessed correctly is this balance between different stakeholders and objectives. So what we are delivering with Studentspeak is the quality guidance that is powered by psychometric assessment. It's not just the quiz that me and my co-founder made in the garage. It's the theory that was developed for decades already. And
what is it called?
it is called John Holland's vocational choice theory. It's been developed in the 70s. One of the main applications, why it's been developed and how it's been used, is when the veterans were coming back from the war in Vietnam, they've needed to find civil positions. And this career recommendation system was developed to help them to find their passions and interests so they can demobilize more naturally into society. So this system actually has a lot of practical applications in real life and has been tested and used. The Department of US Labor uses that for the counseling up until now. They have some free services for candidates and students who would be able to use it to discover the promising careers. What this system lacks is the recommendation of specific programs. So what we've made at Studentspeak, that we've took it one level before what you need to do to achieve that career that you're dreaming about. And this tool is currently a great mix of counseling and scale. This is the thing that is unique about Studentspeak. This type of inspiration, this short assessment can deliver is actually possible to get by thousands and thousands of students. We already have seen more than 100,000 candidates passing through the assessment through the tools across our university partners network. And the data insights that you're able to get about their psychometric profiles is really, first, sometimes surprising, and second, very inspiring. But getting back to your question, so about what makes Studentspeak stand apart is this mix between marketing goals. Studentspeak is able to serve marketing departments for better conversion and helping the students to leave their contact information, be inspired, got connected by the university, and the quality of guidance. So student getting something for free without needing to pay, without needing to be locked into for a commission. They will get a certain information knowledge, and then we will empower university to do the right follow-ups and bring the right content at the right moment, so the student makes the decision to go to the university that supports them the most.
Okay. So to this point, I think many might not understand what really, if I'm a student and I go to a university website and I see a Studentspeak widget and I complete a test, what do I actually get? Do I get it by email? Can I save it? Can I share it? What do I get as a student? And what do I get as a university if I partner with Studentspeak?
Totally. As a student, so we've made this omni-channel approach. So once you're fulfilling an assessment, you're getting the results right away after you've accepted all the, GDPR notice and everything that is obligatory. You can see your psychometric profile. You can see some small insight about what you would like in your future education, what you would like in your future career. And then you get 6 programs with a specific fit rate. So what we do for a student, we analyze curriculum of the programs before the student would discover them, and we translate it into the actionable voice to explain the student what the program is about. We do this in a very close collaboration with the university, so it's not something that we do by ourselves. And very often universities, they already have some good pre-cooked materials. It's more about the matching algorithm, which is a secret sauce. This page that we're showcasing to every student is unique. So you don't actually need to have any login and password to access them once again. And we send this page as an email follow-up, as a transaction email in the thank you notes. We showcase the programs that were recommended, and we showcase the link back to the page. And this is an amazing part because we didn't thought about that when we were creating a tool. People are coming back to this page very often. We even developed a special feature that people can leave likes and marks so they can save certain programs on this page because they want to get reminded what was recommended, what they've liked, what they've not. They actually bookmark this page for the future. In the emails, 15% of students are coming back 3 times and more to this email to review the results, which is, from our perspective, is quite surprising retention for a short assessment that you're doing before you would even apply.
What do they do? You think they come back to?
I assume that it's because the university search is not linear. So even if the student is not considering multiple programs within one university, they definitely consider different programs within different universities. And this touch point helps them to anchor in mind, oh, it's Leiden University where I've been considering biology. Now it makes sense. Let me get back and refresh at what stage I left. Because, they are bookmarking a couple of universities and trying things out before they would make a final decision. And answering the question what university gets the email, the phone number, every information that is needed to make the personalized contact afterwards that would be related to the program. Because this is one of the things that is quite specific to university market. A lot of universities are very decentralized, and different faculties are basically competing for students. So very often universities have a very general follow-up emails. Don't forget these type of documents. Here are key deadlines. Please visit our open days. And it's nothing wrong with these type of emails. It's just, it is not your product. You have a specific program that the student was interested in. The key challenge is that even if university has download brochure button, they have a couple of brochures assigned to the lead. So which program they should promote. And this causes the decision paralysis, because if they would pick up one program and they would start recommend it more, other program managers or program directors can get to the marketing department with a question. Hey, it seems that you're promoting that program more than mine. How come? Studentspeak helps to solve this issue because we have a third-party view on the thing. We're using a valid psychometric theory, so we have proofs why this program would be a better match.
That's interesting. I would love that. As a recruitment manager, I would absolutely love that. I think it can help really a lot, and it can simplify my work and also make the communication with student less like sale-oriented and more personalized indeed.
100%.
Student, I would love it. I mean, if not to just choose a proper program, because let's be honest, many students, by the time they are already at university admissions, they know more or less what they want to do. If not to choose the whole career path, but to make sure I've done the right choice, that the choice I've done is actually matching my psychometric portrait. And also to see, okay, what career paths I have if I take this program. Because many times it's really about the program that they're looking for, right? That they're looking at at the university website. It's a curriculum. These are the core subjects. These are the minors. But okay, what does it lead to? What are my career options afterwards? This information is often missing also on university websites.
Totally. I think a cool part that you've mentioned that I think I've overlooked while I was explaining is the validation. Indeed, not every student needs a career counseling. As I mentioned, there is the certain percent that leaves and drop out from university, etc., etc. To be precise, it's 14% of people who are dropping out from university. The thing is, thinking that you need to help only 14% is very misleading, because it's 86% who actually are afraid of dropping off, who have their doubts, and they need the additional validation. It is very similar to a different market case in the property markets. Why realtors still exist? Why, if we have so many online platforms, why realtors are there is to validate your choice. So very often it's about shared responsibility. It's about, this flat is good, right? The size is great. There are schools around.
External, someone say you're doing the right thing.
Exactly. And very often Studentspeak is also about that. It's about inspiration for those who don't know what they want to study, but also about validation. So university becomes more aware of at which stage student is. And second, gives assurance to a student.
Yeah. And from what I hear, I see that it's not really replacing counseling, but it's actually helping counseling. I mean, as a counselor, I would see it as a perfect and ideal first step to start working with a student, saying, hey, you know what? Complete the test. Let me, instead of spending hours conversation, looking for what you like, what you've been doing in the past, what options you think you have, complete this test. Send me the results. Let me go through them. And from there, we can already start choosing a program. And actually, we already have program suggestions. So this saves so much time for counselors as well. And I've seen already counselors using this tool, and I've seen students putting this information in the motivational statement, validating again, showing the admissions committee that they do not only want to study this program, but they are actually a perfect fit for this program. Like there is an ethics test that students are taking, and now there is this psychometric test that students are taking, saying that I can succeed in this program, not only because of my grades, not only because of my motivation. We have the psychometric portrait, and I've taken this test, and it shows that I'm 99% suitable for this program. As an admission specialist, I would be interested to go through it, to read it actually. And as a student, I think all parties benefit really from this So it's not
Totally.
really
I think the counseling part that you're mentioning was something that surprised us as well. We've discovered that some of the university partners started sharing the assessment with career counselors in schools. And we've been surprised how many career counselors started reaching out to us, asking if they can get Studentspeak for themselves. It's even got us some ideas on the new product development, but we're still getting committed to deliver our products to universities first. That it indeed simplifies a counselor's job, doesn't neglect it because they can do a lot of job afterwards, just saves so much time. Because otherwise, you need to spend like 15 minutes per person. Let's imagine you have 40 hours a week. You spend 15 minutes per kid every day.
It's never 15 minutes,
It's
usually.
never 15 minutes. But long story short, nobody is able to give consultancy at these volumes without any technological support. And Studentspeak serves really well in this sense. Also helps universities to group their leads that are coming from counselors in a separate buckets. This is also cool stuff because there are different entry points. Of course, university website is one of the main ones, but also fairs and events where you can access the test through the QR code. Also paid campaigns where you can target specific regions or you can target specific audiences. What we can do in the kind of backend of Studentspeak is that we can put all those leads into different buckets, and you can have personalized communication not only based on the program, but also on the source of where this person comes from. So you can have a separate one per school, per counselor, per event that helps to drive a lot of data for decision making afterwards.
So you basically give universities analytics too. It's not because they in admissions and recruitment, and we in the past we spoke a lot about lead generation, right? But then what you are giving is not really just lead generation. It's a comprehensive analytics tool.
Yeah, I would say that we integrate into existing analytical frameworks that universities have. We can integrate the GA4 into the assessment. We can have an API integration to CRM. What we do is first, we improve the conversion to the lead and conversion to the applicant. But the second part is basically data mining. We're getting much more data about the student for you, so you can prioritize the work accordingly, and you can base your future decisions on the bigger volumes of much more qualitative data.
Yeah. So indeed, it's a move from quantity to quality.
I would say it is a mix because we're offering the scale, but also the quality of the data is better.
Exactly. And as a student, how can I find Studentspeak? If I just want to complete a test and I want to see where's my best fit, how do I find the test?
Currently, it is available on our partners' websites. So, for instance, University of Leiden. Leiden is one that offers this for every student that gets in there. We're working on something that would be available for a wider audience, but this is not public yet.
Mm-hmm. Maybe for the next podcast. Okay, so the partner universities. I know Leiden, of course. I know that you're present in the Netherlands, but also in some other European countries. Can you tell about partner universities that already exist and maybe some of the feedback from them already, any results, any success?
Sure, with pleasure. We're currently present in 5 countries. So it's Poland, Czech Republic, Netherlands, Spain, and Finland. But we are geographically agnostic. So nothing stops us to work with French universities or Italian universities. We're actively looking for new partners. We have test translated to almost every European language. So the cool thing is that we also can serve the international recruitment and domestic recruitment, which helps to split the cost. For instance, it's University of Twente. In the Netherlands, in Czech Republic, it is Anglo-American University. In Poland, we work with around 15 universities. Big part of that is Merito Group, so the network of schools and universities that is quite significant on the Eastern European and Polish markets. I would say the perfect partner for us would be the university with more than 20 programs or specializations, because we can go on the level deeper than just the program level. We offer a single tool for both bachelor's and master's and postgrad education, both international and domestic. So you integrate Studentspeak once, and you don't need to purchase additional licenses. you don't need to hustle with like expanding this to buy additional seats or something. It is a plug and play tool for the whole university. Every university that we work with stays with us. So up until now, we've had 100% retention in the last couple of years.
So what are the questions you usually get from universities when you show a demo and when you tell all this? What the most skeptical admissions director usually ask about Studentspeak?
I think aside of the pricing questions, the most often ones that I'm getting is about the theory behind. And the interesting thing here is a lot of people, they think that their students already know what they want to study. And that's really cool. I mean, I admire such a worldview when you think that people are, this homo economicus, they just very logical, they know what they want to have, they just go and get it. I mean, for some universities, that's totally true. It's just not realistic to think that you're always the first choice and that you are the only university considered and that your program is the only program considered. Because if that would be
about the program you have at the university.
Exactly. And also, if that would be true, maybe marketing wouldn't be needed.
And you promised that for those who are listening to this podcast, you might also provide something like a promo code on how to start a trial for free.
Yes, exactly. For the listeners, we have a special offer, which is 1 month free trial. If you would like to enjoy and see what the results this Tuesday can deliver for your institution, feel free to reach out. We'll have the link in the description section. Thank you so much for your time today. That was really interesting. And I've been already following Studentspeak for quite some time. And I've been using Studentspeak for my personal purposes as well, also as a counselor, but with the colleagues from admissions that I've been speaking with recently, I mentioned Studentspeak as a sort of a game changer that I really think is a very interesting platform for university admissions and marketing, but also for counselors and also for students. So thank you very much for creating something like that. And thank you very much for your time and sharing some details with us. I'm sure that anyone wishing to acquire more information can easily contact you via LinkedIn or email. We just ask for a demo and then don't hesitate to do that. So I wish you all the best, and I hope that this product can really help to simplify this process of admission that is really complicated for all the sides. Pleasure is all mine. Thanks a lot for having me. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.